Welcome to the Omni Dental podcast. Today we're launching into a deep dive, really tracking the pursuit of clinical excellence. We're following Dr. Bilus Poles on his pretty intensive 3-day mission to Switzerland.
Yeah, and this wasn't your standard conference. It sounds like it was a real immersion. Getting into the global epicenter of advanced implantology.
Right.
A mix of high-level academic stuff at the University of Zurich and then this super precise engineering at Thommen Medical.
So the mission here really is to kind of break down what he learned and find those key nuggets that are already starting to transform patient care back home.
Mm-hmm.
But before we, conceptually jump across the Atlantic, maybe let's just ground ourselves a bit. Dr. Poles heads up Omni Dental.
That's right. Omni Dental, based in Arlington Heights, Illinois, specifically 305E Rand Road.
Okay.
And they serve quite a wide area, actually. Arlington Heights, obviously, but also nearby places like Buffalo Grove, Palatine, Mount Prospect.
Rolling Meadows, Schaumburg.
Wheeling, Des Plaines, Elk Grove Village. Yeah, quite a reach.
And that context, that local connection, it kind of matters, doesn't it?
It really does, because it shows this commitment to bringing, genuinely world-class standards right back to the community.
Dr. Poles, he's got, over a decade of experience?
Yep, more than a decade.
Mm-hmm.
Covers the whole spectrum: general care, complex cosmetic work, preventative dentistry. So this trip, this 3-day intensive thing in Switzerland, it wasn't about just catching up. It was about pushing the edge, defining what's next.
Okay, right. So let's unpack this then. We're talking about a huge knowledge transfer, basically. What were the really transformative takeaways from this, whirlwind journey?
Right.
And how does that very specialized Swiss knowledge translate into, say, better precision or maybe faster recovery for you, the patient, right here in Illinois?
Well, we can start with just the setting. The sources we looked at really highlight that the Swiss experience.
Right.
It's not just the tech. It's also this whole culture of precision. Dr. Poles started in Zurich, right? And apparently the contrast is pretty stark. You've got the history, these old churches, cobblestone streets along the river.
Right, the old town feel.
Exactly. But mixed with this, modern energy. It's a blend.
That duality, tradition, and innovation that kind of sets the stage perfectly, doesn't it?
Mm-hmm.
I think one of the key anecdotes from that first part was the dinner location.
Oh, yeah, the Zugerskeller.
Zugerskeller, yeah.
Yeah.
An old armory from 1487.
Can you believe that? Older than the United States itself. It's this amazing physical reminder of, longevity and solid engineering.
It's a powerful metaphor, really.
It totally is. If you're making dental implants designed to last potentially a lifetime, you kind of need that deep respect for quality, for permanence, that historical precision culture. It feels like the foundation for all the high-tech stuff they're doing now.
Which brings us neatly to the intellectual core of the trip, right? Day 2. University of Zurich Center for Dental Medicine.
Yeah, a global powerhouse for dental innovation. This is where that shift really happens, from maybe older methods to digital precision.
Okay, so let's talk about that digital shift.
Professor Ronald Jung apparently kicked things off. Big focus on evidence-based workflows, digital planning.
Which means...
in practice.
It means minimizing the guesswork. Basically, every cut, every implant placement, it's all planned out virtually, down to the micron, before the surgery even begins, using these detailed 3D simulations.
Okay, so it's not just precision as a nice idea. It's moving away from, old school physical molds and stuff.
Pretty much, towards a completely visualized, predictable procedure.
Makes sense.
And then right after that, they got practical examples. Dr. Stefan Bien showed some really interesting case studies using the SPI implant system.
SPI system, okay.
Yeah, showing how these digital plans work in really complex situations, maybe where bone quality isn't ideal or the structure is tricky. It's like the difference between using a basic map and, having pinpoint GPS guidance. Got it. They didn't just focus on the now, right? What about the long term? Dr. Nigel Naini's session.
Peri-implant health.
Right, critical stuff.
For the listener, what is peri-implant health exactly? And why is that specific area sometimes the tricky part for long-term success?
Great question. So peri-implant health is basically the health of the gum and bone right around the implant itself, where the artificial meets the natural.
Yeah.
If that area gets inflamed or if the bone starts to recede, that's a condition called peri-implantitis, then the whole implant could be in trouble.
Right, that makes sense.
So Dr. Naini was talking about new strategies, new protocols to really protect that tissue, maintain it, and significantly cut down those long-term risks. It's all about making sure the implant lasts.
And then came the really futuristic part, yeah. Professor Tim Joda.
AI, digital scanning, even VR.
Yeah, this is where Dr. Poles apparently felt like he stepped into science fiction, but it's actually happening now.
Wow. AI.
Well, AI algorithms are starting to help analyze CT scans, suggesting the best spots for implants, potentially faster and maybe even more accurately than the human eye alone.
Okay.
And VR, virtual reality, it's not just for video games anymore. Surgeons can use it to practice complex placements in a virtual space before they even touch the patient.
Okay, but hang on. Is this stuff like immediately practical? Is AI and VR really being used in a typical clinic right now? Or is this still, 5, 10 years away from most places?
That's the interesting part. While maybe fully immersive VR surgery isn't standard everywhere yet, the underlying principles and tools definitely are.
Like the digital planning itself.
Exactly. The high-res scanning, the 3D planning software, those are becoming necessities. Dr. Pohl saw this during the tour of their clinical facilities. They have simulation labs, advanced imaging. It's used for training and for current patient care.
So the foundation is there.
Right. And the tech is often modular. So a practice like Omni Dental can adopt the core digital workflow now and then integrate the more advanced AI or VR tools as they become more mainstream and accessible.
Ah, okay. So it's more of a continuous evolution, adopting this digital precision culture rather than one giant leap.
Precisely.
Okay, so after all that intense academic stuff in Zurich, the focus shifted from theory to engineering reality.
Yeah, that scenic drive to Solothurn, to the headquarters of Thommen Medical.
Thommen Medical.
And this transition is kind of perfect because Thommen is where the science meets the actual physical implant. Dr. Poles noted they're this very focused, family-owned Swiss company. Their whole mission, making the best possible dental implants, period.
Their reputation is built just on that.
Seems like it. That singular commitment to precision engineering.
And he got to see it firsthand.
Yeah.
Tour the factory.
Yep. Described watching, simple titanium rods being transformed into these incredibly complex, precise biomedical devices, high-tech machining, specialized surface treatments.
Yeah.
The whole process.
Okay, let's get into the science there. He mentioned the INICELL surface. That's not just shaping metal, right? That's bioengineering.
Absolutely. The INICELL surface is specifically designed to speed up osseointegration.
Osseointegration.
Yeah.
The bone fusing to the implant.
Exactly. The surface has this specific texture and chemical makeup that basically encourages your bone cells to grow onto it and into it faster and more thoroughly.
So it's about better biological acceptance, quicker healing.
Yeah, essentially. Faster healing, stronger integration, better stability for the final crown or bridge. It's an investment in making the whole process work better biologically.
And this innovation, this INICELL surface, it's part of their latest system, the NEVO implant.
Correct. The NEVO system was a big focus. Dr. Pohl spent quite a bit of time looking at its design.
And what's special about NEVO?
Well, it's designed for really good initial stability when it's placed, but also to be surprisingly gentle on the surrounding bone.
Okay, stable but gentle.
But the feature he really highlighted, especially for patient benefit, was something called the tissue guard collar.
Tissue guard collar. Okay, tell me about that. How does that connect back to, say, Dr. Nini's talk about long-term health?
It connects directly. This collar, the part of the implant right near the gum line, has a specific shape and surface finish. It's engineered to act like a protective barrier for the soft tissue, the gums, and the bone right underneath.
Ah, so it protects that critical area we talked about earlier.
Precisely. The goal is to reduce bone loss over time and maintain that crucial gum seal around the implant.
Which translates to?
For the patient. Hopefully a faster, more comfortable recovery initially, and, really importantly, a lower chance of those long-term complications like peri-implantitis. It's like a physical design feature that supports the biological goal of long-term health.
That makes a lot of sense. It bridges the gap between the academic theory and the actual product.
Exactly. And then the trip wrapped up focusing on the restorative side.
Meaning how the crowns and bridges actually fit onto the implants.
Yeah. It really emphasizes that great implant results aren't just about the surgery. It's a team effort. The person doing the surgery, the person designing the final tooth, they have to work together perfectly for it to look good, feel right, and last.
So bringing it all home.
Yeah.
What does this intense Swiss trip actually mean for you, the patient, walking into Omni Dental in Arlington Heights?
Well, the change sounds pretty immediate. The sources suggest that the knowledge Dr. Poles gained, especially that focus on digital planning, using less invasive techniques where possible, and applying advanced tech like the NEVO system. It's being integrated into how they approach treatments right now.
And Omni Dental is already set up for this kind of advanced work, right? They do complex stuff already.
They do. Things like full arch dental implants, all-on-4 procedures, complex bone grafting. So integrating these Swiss methods isn't starting from scratch. It's about adding another layer of precision and predictability to procedures they're already skilled at, elevating the standard even higher.
It really shows how clinical excellence isn't just a static thing. It's
a continuous journey, right? Constantly seeking knowledge. Dr. Poles went halfway across the world for this focused dive, connecting that deep Swiss history and precision with providing really advanced compassionate care locally.
It proves that, your local care can directly benefit from the best global expertise.
Absolutely.
So thinking about that rapid tech adoption, Dr. Poles saw the AI, the VR planning, these bioengineered surfaces becoming standard. I makes you wonder, right? How quickly will this level of digital precision and sort of personalized engineering become just the basic expectation, not just in implants, but maybe in all kinds of complex restorative medicine?
That's a really interesting thought, that acceleration. It's definitely something we should all keep an eye on.